This is the video for explaining the different types of structures we are going to see in this subject. We are going to see 4 different types of structures and the main qualities and use of each one. So the first one will be the mass structures. These structures require mainly heavy and sturdy material, also it is the sturdiest and heaviest type of structure. It is also very expensive to build and it takes much time to build it, and it mainly supports compression efforts, partially caused by some materials. Since their material are very heavy, they cause compression effort inside the structure. Now let's see some example. Here we have a water dam. The water dam is a massive structure because it has to support the weight of all this mass of water. So you couldn't support that weight with a normal common structure. Also, some ancient buildings that has survived up to our time have survived because they were also massive structures. Other types of structures with ancient technology, it wouldn't be possible for them to last for very long. Also used for defensive use, like you can see, this is the walls of the city of Avila, and this is a bunker from World War II. Since they have to support the enemy attacks, they have also to be very sturdy structure. So let's go with the next type, frame structures. The frame structure have vertical and horizontal components called beams and columns or pillars, respectively. These two kinds of components support most of the efforts applied to the structure, and it is not as sturdy as massive structures, but requires less material, is more economical, and it can be built faster. Most of the buildings in cities nowadays are frame structures. We are going to see some example. You can see here the column or pillars and the beams. Same here, and also this kind of structure is lighter than massive structures, so it can be used to build very tall buildings like a skyscraper. The next one is truss structures. They are similar to frame structures, but are sturdier and require a bit more materials, but still not as much materials as the massive structures. It has beams and pillars, but also has a diagonal component, giving it the shape of triangles. Let's see an example. If we have a frame structure like this, you see the pillars and the beam, and we apply a force on one corner, it could deform like this. But if we add the diagonal component, it will be like this. If you try to apply a force here, it will be much more difficult to deform our structure. Let's see some example. You see, this is a truss bridge, which you can see the columns, the beams, and the diagonal component avoiding it to deform. Same happens with high tension towers or Eiffel towers. Most truss structures are also considered frame structures, but since they have this kind of component, we will classify them as truss structures. So it can be used for making quite sturdy structures without having to spend a lot of money and materials to build it. Okay, we are going to see the next one, the suspended structures, on the next video.